tired of the typical libraries with conventional music that makes you feel meh? Introducing Leerecs.com, the music website made for and by minds like you. Our team are lifelong musicians and producers in love with music. Search the Leerecs music catalogs and find music with guaranteed originality. Mark the difference with music of signature at Leerecs.com.
Hello, and you will be wondering, this is Truck Driver by the band Tula Vera, and you will be wondering who's playing those awesome drums. And we have her actually here with us to talk with us. Margaret Marino, hi! How is it going?
Hi.
Hey! So tell us about this song, Truck Driver, and you're the drummer here in this band.
That's right.
That sounds awesome. Really, really good intro. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your experience in this band.
So I've been playing drums for 10 years in September. My style is definitely more in the rock, grunge style, obviously with other influences, jazz, Latin, pop, R&B, and so on. But my main thing is rock. And I'm really influenced by the rock drummers like Grohl. Obviously, Bonham was my number one. Zeppelin's one of my favorite bands. And I think it's really important to see non-males on drums and to demonstrate as much feminine, female, femme power as possible, especially for more of a heavy style of music. It's not as often that you see drummers who aren't cis men, for lack of a better word. So in my quest to become obviously more technically proficient, there's a lot of worth in representing a group that's not as much represented in the drum world.
Absolutely. These are these are as powerful drums as they could be, and really good arrangements. And I can just but agree with you 100%. Claire, the person singing, they wrote that song, and oh man, I remember getting the demo for that. It was like maybe November 2018. We all in the band, we got that demo, and I loved the song immediately. I could envision like these really, really heavy drum sounds, and I was getting a lot of images of being in like Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, driving in like a desert. There's no end in sight. Yeah. And I even told our engineer/producer, Doug Gallo, I was like, dude, you got to make me sound like a 400-pound truck driver playing this drum kit. And he really, really did that. That's one of my favorite songs that Claire has written, and I'm really lucky to work with some great songwriters who write great stuff and let me do whatever I want on drums. So I really love that. Absolutely, no, this is fantastic. And Tula Vera, this is your band, and why don't you tell us about the rest of the members and a little bit about them, your experience playing, like you were saying, being one more contributor to the sound and to the songs. Tell us about that.
Definitely. So Claire and Dylan, the singers, both of them play guitar, and they're the founding members of the band. I met them
when we were all at the School of Rock in Montclair many, many moons ago. I met Claire when they were in 6th grade. I was in 8th grade, so this is about 2013. And I met Dylan 2 years later. So they started the band in 2015. They had another drummer. It was a 3-piece. One vocalist, one guitar, and drums. And I had actually seen them several times before I was even ever in the band. And I remember always liking their music. I always enjoyed their set. And I knew that, even though they were such a new group, that they were definitely going to, go somewhere locally and get a lot of experience playing. So about a year later, I asked Dylan and Claire to come over to my house just to hang out. So this was 2016 in the summer. Dylan and I had just graduated high school at this point. Claire was still in high school, 2 years younger than us. And they had mentioned that their original drummer had left the band. Nothing bad happened. They just decided to part ways. Mm-hmm. And they were a little worried because they needed a drummer. And I said, well, what about me? And they were like, great, let's do it. And
nice.
Since then, I've been with them. I remember that was July 12th of 2016. I remember that date. It was, I don't know why I remembered it, but I guess it's because it's become such a big part of my life.
A memorable
and
moment, yeah.
Exactly. And our bassist, Joe, was Dylan's roommate in college, his randomly assigned roommate. And about that time, like September 2016, we had another bassist, but he had left the band as well. So Dylan found his roommate, Joe played drums, and he played trombone, mostly trombone.
Okay.
So Dylan figured, I could teach this guy bass. Why not? We really need one. Doesn't work out. And from there, Dylan taught Joe bass, and he's been with us ever since.
Awesome. That's a great story. Oh yeah. Wow. Life takes you sometimes through strange routes. At the end, everything works out. Yeah, absolutely.
Luckily.
Definitely. You mentioned, being local, playing together, even with friends, right? And, tell us about that. How is that going? Being a local band, and, tell us places where you have been performing, places you would like to go and play. Tell us about that.
So when I first joined the band, so you figure around 2016, 2017, we played a lot of New Jersey, a lot of northern Jersey. It was a lot of, in Montclair, the Meat Locker. We played in Boonton at Boonton. Occasionally we would play a New Brunswick House venue or so, but it really stayed kind of in a 5 to 12 or so mile radius from our home base in Montclair. But from there, we started playing a little bit more across the tri-state area. We really love playing Brooklyn. We love 18th Ward Brewing. We just played there. It's a great spot in Brooklyn. We played Bowery Electric. We really, really love going all over Brooklyn, as well as Philadelphia too. We did, right before COVID hit, we did manage to do a little 10-day tour, and that was a ton of fun. We were able to go to a couple places in Tennessee, North Carolina, West Virginia. So we kind of traveled in a big circle in that way. And actually, we haven't officially announced it yet, but between the end of December and mid-January, we're going to be going on a 20-day tour.
Oh, wow.
We're going to go out to Texas and Florida. We have 18 shows planned over 20 days, and it is going to be a ton of fun. But
That's
currently we've been doing
awesome.
a lot of price. Yeah, I am ridiculously excited. We haven't announced where we're playing yet, so that'll probably be I'd say November or so, but it'll be coming up. But currently we're doing a lot of Jersey City. We're doing a lot of New York, specifically Brooklyn, but kind of all around in the Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, those boroughs. And we're doing a little bit of New Brunswick as well. We really, really love the New Brunswick scene.
people there have been nothing but supportive, very accepting, very open-minded, very sweet. And it's always the best time to get in like a dirty old basement and have a good time.
Absolutely.
We just played Chamber 43, which is a new venue in New Brunswick. It was a ton of fun. Nothing but really, really kind, very nice people there, and we're really looking forward to it. We're not going to be playing New Jersey a whole lot, unless it's, what do we have coming up? Like in the Jersey City, New Brunswick areas. But other than that, we're not doing too much New Jersey for the next couple months. It's going to be more the city and Philadelphia as well. Awesome. But we're mostly a tri-state area band. Yeah, we love playing all those areas. So I'm really excited over the next couple of months.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be great. You were talking about places that I've played myself in, and it's fantastic. It's such a great experience, right? Like, what's better than that?
Oh yeah. When we did our 10-day tour, like on day 5, we were all getting sad because we're like, oh my god, it's half over. We didn't want it to end, so it was. It's been great planning this winter tour, and hopefully next summer we're able to do. We've like kind of started planning. Like I've got like some bands lined up with some venues, but hopefully we're able to do a little bit longer next summer. Trying to hit the whole U.S. That's the goal.
Oh wow,
goal.
fantastic!
We'll
So nationally,
do it.
Going national.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna try for Canada and Mexico as well. Will it happen? I mean, I hope with enough planning, but that's the goal. And if that's the goal, then even if we don't succeed, at least we'll get a fun experience out of it. Even if it's, it only ends up being another 3-week run or something like that.
Most definitely. There's a will, there's a way.
Exactly.
Exactly. So, how are you traveling right now? Like, do you rent a van and go with all your gear into one venue to the next one? How does it happen?
Well, when we were on tour, we were just in one Subaru. We packed everything in, everything except my kick, my rack tom, and my floor tom. That would be too much. But we were able to fit all the gear in one Subaru. For our more local gigs, like in the tri-state area, we're able again to just fit everything in the cars.
Awesome.
So luckily, it's been pretty easy. Yeah, but if anyone wants to donate a nice little van for us to use in December and January, that'd be great. But if not, we're gonna make the Subaru work again.
Absolutely,
before we'll do it again.
Absolutely, you will. Awesome. So, how many songs do you have in your repertoire? Like, you have a full set. Have you published any records already? Tell us about that.
We've done 2. One was released. We recorded it in early 2017. So, Joe and I, the bassist and I, hadn't even been in the band for a whole year, and those songs were already in existence for like 2 to 3 years at that point. Some of them. Others were written when I had joined. 4 of them were written when I had joined, I believe. That is our self-titled album. There's 10 songs on there. And then we have our most recent release, which was August 7th, or now I'm forgetting, 7th or 8th, I believe. It was in 2020.
Okay.
And that is called Again and Again. And I'm really, really, really proud of that album. It was so fun to drum on, and all of those songs were written while obviously I was in the band. With the other album, I think 6 of them were written with the old drummer. So I did I kept a lot of what he did the same. Obviously, adding my own touches, but keeping the essential bone structure of what he did there. But for Again and Again, that's all me. It's all me. I was there for the conception, the writing, all of that for the songs. And getting to record that album, it was a lot of fun. It was quite interesting. We used a couple different places. We all kind of got to pick an engineer to work with, just because we were trying some people out.
Okay.
My pick was Doug Gallo, who went on to mix our entire album as well as record 5 songs. We also recorded at William Patterson. We recorded at SUNY Purchase, and we did Sound on Sound Studios in Montclair as well. Nice. You can get those albums obviously anywhere, but I really love them both. I have a really, really, really big love, especially for the one that came out in August of 2020, Again and Again. And we still perform. You know, there's new songs, of course, but we still perform so many of those songs. Truck Driver is from that album as well. Okay. I think that song has to be, I would say, my favorite production on the album.
Wow.
Awesome. There was a lot of really fun parts to that. The radio that you'll hear in there was recorded in, I think, Joe's Jeep, and the engine, the car engine you hear, I think that's Joe's Jeep as well. No trucks, unfortunately. We couldn't snag one of those, but we did use the cars, and it was a lot of fun. And it was just incredible, and a ton of fun to record. A ton of fun, and I love those songs a lot.
That's fantastic. I'm definitely gonna check it out myself and get it again and again. Tula Vera. And you know, I have personally an appreciation for the Montclair area myself. I like it a lot. It's a very cool town. It's a great place, great people, and to me, the fact that, you know, founding members of Stone Temple Pilots are you know, that's their hometown. That's important. That to me is an important factor. Do you think that there's there's a rock kind of community around that area, or New Jersey in particular? How do you find that situation?
Definitely. I would say there's definitely a rock, particularly a very strong indie rock scene around here, especially in the northern Jersey area. A lot of really, really, really fantastic music has come out of here. Like even one band off the top of my head, Shred Flintstone. They're insane. We've been playing with them for years now. Their music has grown a lot. Our music has grown a lot. And we've kind of been growing up kind of side by side, you know, in terms of music for a long time. We're definitely influenced by them. We really, really, really love their energy. We saw them recently at our first gig back, actually, in Jersey City in the cemetery.
Okay.
And after they played, we were like, oh man, like that inspired us to practice. So them and just so many other bands in this area. I feel like New Jersey is kind of like the new Seattle. Like
nice.
The whole state is the new Seattle with how much really great and diverse music is coming out of here. Wherever you go, whether you're North Jersey, South Jersey, or you're somewhere in the middle, you're going to find a lot of really strong scenes. For like North, I would say it's a lot of like rock, indie rock, alternative type. If you go down the shore, you're going to find a lot of ska, a lot of pop punk, also a lot of alternatives as well. And then in Central Jersey, it's kind of a mix of all that. A lot of alternative. There's some pop punk. There's a lot of rock. But really, anywhere you go in New Jersey, and people like to hate on New Jersey. I don't get why. There's a lot of really rich culture around here, and there's a lot of really, really, really great music consistently. Wherever you go in New Jersey, you're going to find really great music somewhere. So the fact that we were all lucky enough that our parents picked the same state to raise us all in, and luckily we're all a car's distance away from each other. I'm walking distance from Claire. It all kind of happened that we were in a really, really good music hub. And New York too. We're so close there. We play there a lot. We all got lucky that we ended up in this area. New Jersey is a great spot for music.
I agree with everything you said, and I don't get it either. Like, you know, why, that negativity sometimes.
People hate on Jersey.
Right, but it's the typical story of the underdog. At the end, is the hero, right? So I love that. I love that kind of thing.
I like that. Yeah.
So Margaret, we talked about your experience in the band and how you come together. But you personally, as a contributor, as a instrumental component of a rock band, what do you think would be your mission, and what if you had to send a message to the younger you, your version of yourself, what would that be?
Oh man, a younger version of myself. Oh wow. Well, in my band, I'm very fortunate and very happy that the two main songwriters, they just let me do whatever I want on drums, and I really love that. Even besides, technical proficiency or anything like that, I think my overall message is to demonstrate femme power. There are a lot of, and luckily I haven't encountered all too much of this because we're in a very good area, but certainly traveling, there were moments where people were a little bit more outright with sexism and assumptions made about me because of what they think of my gender. A lot of the stereotypes were pushed upon me. So I'm really, oh yeah. So in the way that I present myself, which is quite feminine, and I like presenting that way. Certainly, no one's making me do that. But I think it's very important to have a very feminine, female or femme, specifically non-male representation playing drums, particularly in a more hard rock, kind of heavier genre. I think it's extremely important. It demonstrates a power in femininity and embracing all those different parts of yourself. Whatever that femininity means to you, it could mean, a mix of masculine and feminine. It could mean none of that at all. Embracing that femme power, that femme energy, and showcasing how not only emotionally strong, but how physically strong too it can be. My drumming, I guess in my opinion, it makes a presence. I try to keep it, certainly with my rock influences like the Bonhams and the Grohls. It's a driving force. It's there, it's sturdy, it's solid, it's present, and it is powerful.
It definitely is.
I would certainly encourage any non-male, any woman, any non-cis man to really embrace those parts of themselves, whether that's femininity, whether it's androgyny, whether it's a little bit of both, a little bit of neither, to bring their energy, their strong, powerful energy to whatever instrument they're playing, in this case, drums. I think it's extremely important for non-men to be a driving force on the instrument as well. And I would definitely encourage all femmes of any gender from anywhere to just do the darn thing, especially on drums. I'm biased. I've been playing for 10 years. That's the instrument for me. But I think it would be really, really great to see more representation and to show that you can be feminine, you can be girly, you can present however the heck you want, and you can still be extraordinarily powerful. You can be a force that goes against, or not goes against. We obviously love our male drumming companions, but that, how can you say that
that goes along with them. Not rivals, but is just as powerful, just as strong, and just as present as any masculine force could be, or as any other force could be.
Awesome. Fantastic conversation with Margaret Marino from the band Tula Vera. Oh, thank you so much. This was really good. We'll catch up with you on your social media about those dates that are coming for you, where you're going to be playing. I think you mentioned the next one is Jersey City. Is that right?
Our next one is this Saturday, the 4th. Well, depending on when this comes out. It'll be Saturday, September 4th at the Rockaway Community Center. We're going to be doing a benefit, it's a $10 donation. It's for a really, really great cause for Prevention is Key. That is the organization name. But if you can't make that one, there are plenty of others. We always keep an updated list on our social media.
Awesome.
My social media is drum_Barbie on Instagram, and the band is Tula Vera Official. We always keep an updated list, and we're always playing every weekend, so you can definitely find us somewhere in the tri-state area.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Margaret. This was fantastic. And
thank you so much, Antoine.
Our pleasure. And we're gonna hear more of this great song, Truck Driver. And until the next one, enjoy.
Thanks, Antoine.
Typical libraries with conventional music that makes you feel meh. Introducing Leerecs.com, the music website made for and by minds like you. Our team are lifelong musicians and producers in love with music. Search the Leerecs music catalogs and find music with guaranteed originality. Mark the difference with music of signature at Leerecs.com.